You can twist the future. That's what I believe. I want to fight for a future where everyone can smile, because a world without people laughing is a dark place.
Give up already. It's like I told you heroes earlier. You're all going to die!
I won't let that happen! I'll stop you no matter what it takes! One blow to the head! Manchester Smash!
You're infected.
Not good.
Young Midoriya, you never do what you're told, do you?
As news of what happened in Kaminoku spread, people all over the world were devastated. Our superhero society changed overnight. The next day, All Might summoned me to the beach. There, he punched me. After that, he told me he couldn't fight anymore. It was over. The symbol of peace was actually retiring.
Texas Smash! You've made a promise, but as it turns out, you can't keep your word. If you kids had gotten hurt, everything would have been in vain. Got some bad influences. The last sparks of One for All have left me. I can barely use my muscle form. I can't protect you when you get yourself in trouble now. You're always rushing to help people, no matter the danger. Destroying your body over and over. And then at Kaminoku, you managed to rescue your friend without being injured or getting into a fight. I'm so proud of you. From here on out, I will devote myself to training you. You're stuck with me, so let's work hard.
He punched me, but I barely felt the stinging on my cheek. And that's when I knew it was actually true. All Might's reign was over. I couldn't keep worrying about getting stronger, because I had to improve. As I sat there crying in All Might's arms, I remembered the first days of our training.
Young Midoriya, it's tutorial time! First, let's see if you can perform each type of move. This training will make you strong for the future. It's more about getting used to battle than learning. In the past, I also thumped my mentor, and I'll save that story for another time. Anyway, let's continue!
Here I come! I'm gonna finish this! Eat full!
Radiant!
This time, I'm gonna kick your butt! I'm ready to rip! This is exciting!
Boom!
Eat feet!
Hey, what's wrong?
I'm not getting anywhere!
What a pro!
I'm okay!
Hey, what's wrong?
Kick!
like you can perform all of your moves. Now let's use them in a real fight.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'm not getting anywhere! There's a king!
Boom!
I'm gonna beat you down!
I am
Come on! I'm working you out! Take this! Eat foot!
So this is the goal.
Win!
All right! I'm starting to get it! Amazing!
New story!
It's so crazy. Out of all the paths my life could have taken, I met the greatest hero in the world. And he chose me as his successor. I have to keep running toward my goals at full speed and help create a bright future.
Now, it's your turn.
All Might, I swear, I'll become a hero like you. No matter what.
Yeah! It's time to lecture you on the modes of this game. You can re-experience the original work's story through this story mode. Fulfilling certain conditions will reward... Yeah! It's time you can choose.
You can relive the story again.
Once I've scraped, you can...
Let's keep up. Let's appreciate the wonderful contents of this gallery.
Hey, take a look. Now it's your turn. It was... Let's begin! Shoot style is the very embodiment of me!
It's fine now, because I am here! I'm glad you're here, young Midoriya. This is part 2 of the tutorial. We're going to practice minor techniques. Okay, get ready to test all of the moves. I like that you want to learn, you hard-working little whippersnapper. Actually, if you listen to your mentor and get stubbornly told to think about that yourself, and you always get the tar beat out of you, well, that's enough of that. Anyway, let's go beyond!
I'm not getting anywhere!
What a pro! Hey, hey, what's up? Don't drop me!
Leave it to me!
Sit! Hey, hey, what's wrong?
Cutting through!
I'm giving it my all! Deflect! Here I come! Cutting through! Need backup!
I'm a bird!
Need backup!
Leave it to me!
Hey, what's
Okay.
wrong?
Deflect! Is that it?
Hey, what's wrong? You're getting into it now! Looking good! Let's go on to the next stage. Fill one charge of the Plus Ultra gauge and try unleashing a Plus Ultra 1. When you go at it, you get all worked and yell this: Smash!
Gotta make the most of my effort. Always fierce in a fight.
Hey, what's wrong?
Gotta make the most of my effort. I'll show you. Just getting started. Right. Stay down.
Good job! Next is Plus Ultra 2. Build up 2 bars of your Plus Ultra gauge and give it a shot.
I'm not getting anywhere. No time for breath. My legs are my new weapon. Cutting through. Deflect.
Just quit!
Okay. I feel so strong. Gotta find more power. Always fierce in a fight.
Oh my goodness! Build up 1 full bar of your Plus Ultra gauge and release a Sidekick Plus Ultra!
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm working you up. Here I come. This time, cutting through. Deflect. Need backup.
This should be enough.
Leave it to me! This is...
Okay. Here's the final technique. Build up 3 full bars of your Plus Ultra gauge and unleash the Plus Ultra All!
Gotta make the most of my effort. I'll show you. I have the timing. Charge! I'm gonna beat you down. Let's move out.
Understood!
Gotta make the most of my effort. Let's turn it up.
It looks like you were able to perform all of the moves. Let's practice one last time. Young Midoriya, show me your Plus Ultra!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'm not getting anywhere. Kick! Eat from this! Here I come! Cutting through! Here's a kick! Deflect!
I am awake! Real pros risk their lives!
Gotta make the most of my effort. Always fierce in a fight.
Plus Ultra!
So pathetic!
Win!
don't get it! Let's begin!
After saving Bakugo, we took him to talk to the police. Then it took half a day to get home from Kaminoku. I kept wondering, what impact would All Might's retirement have? Who would be the #1 hero now?
There you are, Shoto. I was afraid something had happened to you. You could have at least responded to some of my messages, you know. At least you're okay. So, Dad's been in a mood since he got back. You should go see him.
Watch it. You're going to demolish our house.
Shoto, get over here. We should talk.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'm sure you've heard. That fool's no longer the top hero, which means it's #2. No, I can't accept this. It wasn't supposed to be this way!
Flame.
Then say, it's your turn? What a ridiculous warning to criminals. What was he thinking? Freeze! My entire life, I've tried to close the gap between me and All Might. And now, he's done. But I should have earned his spot by beating him, not because he failed. And now, I'm sure the League of Villains will make a move. Not criminals will come out of hiding. The underworld will become more active. Without the fear of All Might, those who lurk in the shadows will feel braver. A loss is a loss.
Win!
I can't stop. I won't stop. Amazing.
New story!
Right. Of course. Another rant from my old man. How many of those have I heard? Although, he did seem pretty emotional this time. Well, I suppose, in the end, he's just trying to do what he thinks is best.
Just wait. I'll reach the top in my own way.
Let's begin!
After the Kaminoku incident, UA decided to move its hero students on campus. Given everything that had happened, it was for our own protection. But before we could start packing our bags, the school needed consent from everyone's guardians, so the teachers did home visits. Before I knew it, All Might was at my house!
I'll be frank with you. Ever since enrolling at UA, my baby just keeps getting hurt. I won't allow Izuku to move into the dorms.
I shouldn't have been surprised. I'd been ignoring my mother's feelings for so long. How many times has she seen me bloody and broken after fighting villains? But still. Look, Mom! All Might, you too! At the hospital, I got this letter thanking me. It's from Koda. He's the boy I saved at the training camp, and this made me feel like a real hero. That's what I'm meant to be, so I won't stop. That means I'll keep training even if I'm not at UA.
Listening to you, I can tell you're on your own path, not just following in my footsteps. That's good. And I know that learning from heroes will help you achieve your goals. So please, ma'am, I believe The young Izuku is the right person to succeed me. He is my choice to become the world's next symbol of peace. So please, will you allow me to devote myself to helping your son? We will go beyond. I will walk beside him and lift him up. Even if it costs me my life, I swear I'll protect him.
No. All Might, you are Izuku's reason for living. So don't give up your life. He needs you to raise him and keep him safe. If you can promise me you'll do that, then he can return to UA.
I promise you.
Your idol is impressed with you. I'm sure that's one of the happiest things that's ever happened to you. But listen, if you're staying at UA, you have to keep out of trouble. Izuku, be careful.
I will. I won't make you worry. Let's begin. In mid-August, I packed my bags and moved out. I'd now be living in the dorms along with my classmates. Our building was called Heights Alliance, located on the edge of UA's campus. About a 5-minute walk from the main school.
Given everything that's happened recently, I'm glad our class is here safely. Now then, I'll explain how your dorm assignments will work shortly. But first, this is important. Listen well. Todoroki, Kirishima, Midoriya, Yayorozu, Ida. You 5 are the ones who broke the rules and went to rescue Bakugo that night.
Ribbit?
As for the rest of you, I assume you were at least aware of their plan. Normally, you'd all be expelled. You betrayed the trust of your teachers. Even if it was to keep your friends from getting into trouble, they could have died. I hope each of you understands that. However, we can't kick out students while the League is out there. Who knows what they could be plotting next? So, in order to regain our confidence, you'll need to obey our every rule and live as model students. Got it? Now, look alive. Enjoy your new home.
Wait, that's it? Pretty crappy pep talk. We're like disappointments. I feel so lame. Dumbass, come here! Huh? Wait, why? What's up?
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Bring him down! I'll blast you! I'll crush you! This just begun! Bombardment!
Cool, right?
What was that again? Take this! I'll crush you! Bombardment! Stupid pest! I'll crush you!
Gotcha!
Shaking your boots! Bombardment! What was that again? I'll crush you! I'll test you!
This is serious!
Why you?
Full power!
Get lost!
This is serious!
So numb!
Shocking, right?
I'm not changing my plan! Take that!
It's a lightning rod!
Stupid pest! Force it! Bombardment! I'll crush you! Take this! Explode!
KO! Win!
Come on! Let me enjoy this a bit! Amazing!
New story!
Man, what was that for? He's fried, Bakugo!
You losers all sounded depressed. It was getting annoying.
Oh
man, what a moron. You're so helpless.
Laugh at this idiot and move on.
I guess sometimes it's good to blow off steam.
Let's begin!
Each student dorm holds one class. Girls are on the right, and boys are on the left. The first floor is a common area. That's where you'll find your kitchen, baths, and laundry rooms.
Doth mine earth deceive me? Our baths are located in the common area? Is this heaven?
So spacious and pretty! Ooh, look at that sofa!
Your rooms have already been assigned. The belongings you sent ahead have already been placed in your new spaces. Spend the day unpacking and getting settled. I'll tell you more about your next lessons tomorrow. And Minetta, the baths are not co-ed. I warn you, you will behave yourself.
It's weird. I know we could have died, but it's kind of exciting to be living here.
Hey, boys, are you done unpacking? Because if so, I think we should have a contest. The girls and I were thinking we should vote to see who has the coolest room.
Good idea. Come to mine, girls. I've got so much stuff to show you.
We'll crown a winner and everything. Now, any volunteers to go first?
I will not be ignored! This isn't fair! Start with me!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I promise, you'll have fun in my bedchambers!
Gross!
Fire!
Damn it! Straight up! Please stop making that drool face.
Just a peek, please!
Ew! Stay away from me! It's stuck! Damn it! Straight up! Scatter from above!
Here it is!
Fire!
I will not lose!
Got it! Scatter from above!
Balls!
Get out of me! Straight up! Fire!
So intense!
Got it! Look out!
It's impossible!
Scatter from above!
I'll be killed! So I can be popular!
Straight up! Fire!
Win!
Ha! Victory is mine! Amazing!
New story!
And so, at Ashido's suggestion, we all decided to judge the rooms we barely moved into. First off, everyone headed to... What? No! That one's mine! Hold on! It's not ready! Please don't! Wait!
Whoa, it's All Might everywhere! Jeez, you're such a fanboy. It's amazing! This is so much fun. Whose room is next?
You're up next, class rep. Whoa, you've got so many glasses. Do you really need all these, Ida? Kirishima, your room is... let's just say I don't understand what some boys call decorating. Sato, your room smells so good! Did you just now bake that adorable cake? Delicious!
What? Why is Tokoyami's room so scary? And why do you have swords? Dang! Todoroki's room is so traditional. Are those floor mats? Did you have this place remodeled? And Aoyama. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. I know I'm next, but this is kind of embarrassing.
Cool. This is totally punk rock. Can you play all of these instruments? Let's see Ashido's room. It's super cute. And Yayorozu's room? Oh, that furniture looks expensive.
Hagakure's room.
Let's Ultra!
Has everyone got their votes in? Remember, you can't pick yourself for this, guys. And now, without further ado, here are the results of the first Best Room competition! With a total of 5 votes, the overwhelming winner of this totally awesome contest is, drumroll, Rikido Sato! By the way, all the girls voted for you. We couldn't get enough of that yummy cake.
You villain! Aspiring heroes shouldn't resort to bribery! That's so not fair!
This is great. You guys never change.
Let's begin! Now that we'd moved into the dorms, we could return to training. I hadn't been in class for so long, so I was ready to learn and grow stronger.
This summer, your main focus is obtaining provisional hero licenses. Do not take this lightly. A hero license means that you're responsible for human lives. As such, you can imagine they're hard to qualify for. Today, you'll concentrate on creating ultimate moves.
It's like a school assignment and a hero assignment combined! Rock on! Let's do this!
According to Mr. Aizawa, having an ultimate move will heavily impact our provisional licensing exam. Without one, it could be hard for us to pass. And so, we moved to Gym Gamma to train. There we'd see what we could come up with.
In battle, your special maneuvers must prove useful. They won't help if they leave you defenseless. That's why today, you're going to practice against the foe villains. Don't hold back against them. First up is...
Huh? Of course I'm number 1! Time to explode! Bring it!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Bring him down! I'll blast ya! Bombardment! I'll crush you! What was the I'll test you! Bombardment! What a pain! Just die already! Why you? Shut up already! Max output! Why you? I'm done! Just die already! Shut up! You better not forget this!
Lose! Final round! Ready? Clash!
Bring him down! You're not getting away! Explode! What was that again? I'll just ball up and cry! Shaking your boot! This just... You're not getting away! I'll test you! Stupid pest! Got a problem? What was that again?
Win!
Come on! on! Let me enjoy this a bit! Excellent! It's been a while since I could let loose like this. I killed him! Give me another one!
Kachan, you're so amazing. I bet you have lots of ideas for ultimate moves. How can I fight? My arms are all busted up. What's worse, I can't risk damaging them anymore. So how do I come up with a new technique? Ashido's doing great. Her acid is incredible. Minetta's working on something called Grape Rush. I wonder how it'll work out. And Uraraka's working overtime right now. They're all gonna leave me behind if I don't act fast.
You look worried, so how about some advice? Use that clever head on your shoulders. There's no right or wrong here. The thing that's important is that you realize your full potential on your own. Think for yourself. Right now, you're still trying to imitate me.
Also, you should be planning how you can improve your costumes, especially now that you understand your quirks better. If you want anything changed, head to the development studio for help.
Let's begin! I didn't really get why imitating All Might was such a bad thing, but I knew I had to do something to keep up. So I went down to the development studio to get some expert advice and found an explosion waiting for me. Wait, no, that was just Mei Hatsume from the support course. So this high-tech baby senses muscle contractions and improves your movements? That's great, but actually I needed something for my arms.
An electric booster that can cool anything that gives off heat? That's perfect for my radiators. Ah! Hold on! My quirk is in my legs, you mad woman!
That's true, but think of it this way. If you're wanting to let your legs cool down, then why don't you just run with your arms instead? Brilliant!
Hold on. Maybe she has a point. Oh, ooh! I think I've got it!
Designer doesn't get weighed down by common sense. I try out new things every day. Now, any other requests? Ooh, how about this?
4 days after visiting the development studio, I was back at Gym Gamma. It was my first training session with my new gear.
Not an explosion from my entire hand, but a blast from a single concentrated point. Take this! AP shot! Hey! Watch out!
All Might! Above you!
That's right. You're doing great. Show those faux villains what you've learned.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
All Might's signature moves usually involve his fists. Since I inherited One for All from him, I tried to do the same thing, copying his every technique. But even if my arms are messed up, I can still use my legs. It's so obvious that I didn't even realize it.
I'm gonna beat you down!
Not just... This is my move. One for all, full cowling. Shoot style!
Win!
All right. I'm starting to get it. Excellent!
New story!
Dude, Midoriya, you swooped in and wasted that rock.
It's these new souls. Hatsume suggested them, and I think they'll really up my game. Plus, Ida's been showing me how to use my legs better, so my fighting style has changed. Looks like other people improved their costumes, too.
You're not the only one here with a brand new style. We've all been making changes here and there. Now's the time to upgrade.
That's right. Remember, older students with more experience than you will be at the provisional licensing exam. There's no doubt this will be tough. But again, try not to overthink things too much. If you get lost in your own head, you're done for.
Hey, All Might. It's dangerous in here. You should be careful.
Yeah, All Might, watch yourself!
Watch yourself, huh? I guess that only makes sense. To everyone else, I'm just a weakling now. Someone who needs to be protected. Even if it's by my own students.
Let's begin! Our days of training flew by. Soon, it was the day of the Provisional Hero Licensing Exam. And so, we all gathered at the National Takoba Arena.
If you can pass this test and get your provisional licenses, then you novice eggs will hatch into chicks. You'll be semi-pros. Do your best.
All right, let's call out the usual, you guys. On my mark, plus...
Ultra! Who the heck is this guy? He's way too excited. Wait, that uniform. You're from Shiketsu on the other side of Japan. Of all the hero courses out there, that one rivals UA's.
You know it's pretty rude to barge into other people's huddles like that, Inasa.
I'm so very extremely sorry! I just wanted to say plus ultra! You see, I really love UA High School!
As a Shiketsu student, it's important that you cultivate the proper behavior. You may be our golden boy, but you have much to learn.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
The idea that I must sanction my classmate is deplorable, but I'll do it.
Thanks for this passionate training session! What a thrill! I'm in good hands, sir!
I believe my lesson has gone over your head. What a waste of my time.
I'm hyped up! Catch new heights!
Eye on the ball. Fool. Useless. Prepare for death.
Start next!
Dead shot. Fool. Empty. Engage.
Take this!
What an eyesore!
It all!
Best. Cheap trick. Resign yourself to defeat.
I'll blast this!
Resign yourself to defeat. Intense.
Plus Ultra!
Shock!
Win!
You didn't realize the difference in our strength. Excellent.
New story!
And yet I greatly appreciate it nevertheless! How extremely honored we are to compete against the incredible students of UA! I'm so looking forward to it!
Enough.
Inasa Yuarashi. He's the same year as you all, and received the top scores for students admitted through recommendations. Although, for some reason, he turned UA down.
This guy says that he loves our school, but he passed on his chance to enroll when it was offered?
He's the real deal. Watch out for him. Now, change into your costumes and head to orientation. You've got no time to waste.
Let's begin! And just like that, our exam was about to start. We changed into our hero gear and assembled, anxious to hear the details of the first part of the trial.
So, anyway, here are the basic rules. Listen well. The examinee will put 3 of these targets on his or her body. They can go anywhere you want as long as it's an exposed area. That's only fair. The targets are programmed to light up whenever they've been touched by the balls we're handing out to you. If all 3 of your targets are activated, that means you're out. You get to the next round by taking down 2 people, but only the first 100 students to fulfill the requirements move on. That's the basic gist of it. Got it? Good. Without further ado, let's begin the first part of the licensing exam. 4, 3, 2, 1, start!
An earthquake! No, someone's quirk must have caused the ground to break apart. This is bad. I've got to find everyone, or at least some of my classmates fast. If I'm alone, I'm done for. The other schools have had so much more time to work together and train. They're versed in battle. I don't know why, but I'm actually getting pretty excited about this.
Tag, you're it. Not smart. Staring off into space. But what's really weird is that you're in trouble and still smiling.
What? This girl came out of nowhere!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
That hat. You're from Shiketsu.
You're still calm and composed. So cool. With Bloody, all I have to do is tap you with the ball, and that makes 2. Now...
Huh, you sure like to talk. I've got to make sure I don't get taken out.
Sorry.
Gotta make the most of my effort. I'll show you! I have the timing!
No way!
Charge! Stay down!
Harsh!
Deflect!
Impossible! I can't do it! No way!
Here I come! Just getting started!
Anyhow, let's go!
Come on!
Crazy. The worst for real.
Win!
All right! I'm starting to get it! Excellent!
New story!
What? She disappeared again?
I tracked you down because there's a good possibility that UA's students will be ganged up on. I wanted the chance to talk. UA is such a prestigious school, and I've taken an interest in you.
That was close!
Oh, you think my quirk lets me disappear? That's not it. I was just hiding. It's just a technique. One that lets me become invisible to any of my opponents.
Wait, you learned a technique that impressive at Shiketsu?
You got it. I hold my breath, clear my mind, and disappear. It's simple. The hardest part is not thinking, to be honest. The trick is to not view your training as some kind of chore.
Almost got me. I'm trapped. I couldn't find my classmates, and now I'm the target. The worst case scenario I thought of earlier is now a reality.
Are you okay? Over here, hurry!
That voice! It's Uraraka! Let's begin! We got split up because of someone's quirk, and then we were surrounded by other examinees. Suddenly, Uraraka called out to save me. But then, out of nowhere, the ground under her collapsed. And we were in big trouble again.
The ground's so shaky, I'm gonna fall!
Back at camp, I chose to fight and save someone, but at the cost of my arms. If I had only been faster, I would have been able to get Koda to Mr. Aizawa sooner. And then I could have gone after the villains myself. And If Kachan was never taken, then All Might would never have had to fight against All for One at the warehouse. To help others, you have to be able to take care of yourself. Until my body is able to catch up to my quirk, I won't use One for All at 100%. Instead, I'll rely on support items to compensate for my weaknesses.
Thanks. Sorry, I really messed up back there, huh?
No, that's not true. You were outnumbered. But be honest. You're someone from Shiketsu, aren't you? Uraraka can now ignore her quirk side effects for a short period of time and use it to make herself float without getting sick. But you haven't tried to use that power at all, even though you were in danger. And even more suspicious, you exposed yourself to the enemy without a plan. That's not like the Uraraka I know.
If you saved me even though you knew I was a fake, does that mean you were trying to use me somehow? Cute. Please tell me more about yourself. Everything.
She scratched me? What's the matter with this girl?
Deku, are you okay?
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Here's my first move! Even if it's heavy! Gotcha! Attack! So you got me! I'm from here! Empty! This should be enough. Now's my chance! Take that! Good chance for real! Hey! This is the end! How's this? I'll hold this! Yikes! I'll hit you! Yikes! Floating for real! Ouch! I can still do it! How about a push? Yikes! Crazy. The worst for real.
Win!
That was very instructive. Amazing!
New story!
Those reflexes! Ochako Uraraka. He really trusts you a lot, you know. I wanted to talk to him more, but not with so many people around. Bummer.
We can't chase her! It might have just been her quirk, but it looked like she wasn't wearing her targets. We don't have much time left, and it would be hard to get a point off of her.
Sure.
Let's begin!
I wasn't exactly sure I made the right move running off with Bakugo and Kirishima. Before long, we ran into Shiketsu. This rude guy had a gross quirk, and somehow, he turned Kirishima into a literal meatball.
This is a demonstration. Proof of the difference in level between our classes. We value obligation and dignity, things that appear to be sorely lacking among you.
You shut your face! Obligation? Dignity? You just like to hear yourself talk. Show us with your actions, not your cheap words! If you can.
He's hard to follow. Makes me feel kinda dumb.
He said his beady eyes are full of tears so he can't see how strong his opponents are.
My eyes are dry and handsome, thank you!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
UA High. I have respect for your school. I take pride in the fact that our institutions are treated as equals. But your class has done nothing to erode my respect. Especially you, Bakugo!
I hate your type. You're dead!
Dangerous.
What was that again? I'll crush you! Get lost!
Careless. I'm not like you.
Yeah! Bombardment! Stupid pest! I'll crush you!
Let's
disgusting! You're not getting away! I'll
Time to
test you!
spare.
Call up and cry! Come on! Let me enjoy this a bit! Excellent!
New story!
This has nothing to do with what school we go to. Fact is, I'm just stronger than you. Don't forget it.
Beast, I see what I must do. The only way to teach each of you a lesson is by breaking you. Then you'll know what it means to be dignified and behave like a hero!
What's with this guy? Fighting right now is pointless. Let's just get this over with.
Projectiles? What a nuisance. I'll make you something more appealing.
Don't ignore me!
I wasn't.
No way!
Let's begin!
This test has an unusually low passing rate. At first this seemed counterintuitive. With All Might retired, wouldn't it make more sense to flood the streets with heroes? But then I realized, this test weeds out the riffraff. I agree with that way of thinking, so I decided to thin the herd myself.
You're ignoring the test because you think you're superior? Are you insane? Also, you've been doing nothing but hurling insults at us this entire time. That's super hurtful.
I assume this means you recognize the truth in my words. Take this time to reflect on your failure.
I was talking about my classmates!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'll take the first move!
My
Shake and
senses.
triple!
Danger. Ouch.
Beware of lightning strikes! Electrical! Aim true!
Electric shock. I can still do it. My senses.
Shake and triple!
Time to spare.
Right?
Dangerous.
Electrical! Beware of lightning strikes!
I screwed up.
Aim true!
Ain't this pitiful?
Win! Yeah! How was my electricity? Amazing!
New story!
Bakugo might seem like a total jerk on the surface, but he's trying hard to be a pro hero. And Kirishima is such a good dude that he rushed an enemy for his friends, even though it was a stupid thing to do.
I'll teach you to be more aware of your place, you degenerates!
You only know bits and pieces of info about these guys. Don't insult them when you don't know them!
What took you so long?
That was weird. Thanks, man.
The more damage he takes, the more people get released. No wonder he relied on long-distance attacks.
Let's begin!
As the representative for Class 1A, it was my duty to search for my peers. But when I met up with Ayama, we found ourselves surrounded by other examinees. Then for some reason, Ayama fired his laser beam toward the sky. As the head of our class, it's my responsibility to lead the others. I want to serve UA and all of its students to the best of my abilities. That's what my brother would do. It's through my actions that I'll realize my ultimate dream. But seriously, Ayama, what are you doing?
I'm standing out. If you try to protect me, you'll fail the test. I've already got 2 of my triggers hit, and they'll be swarming me soon. You'll have a much better chance without me. With your speed, you should be able to hit their targets.
Where is this even coming from?
Papa, Mama, why am I so different from everybody else?
My ultimate dream has always been to be an equal to the amazing people at our school.
Ayama's laser! That's where everyone's headed! Please continue to swarm that area!
Ah, that's it. You're rounding up all of our opponents. Now, Black Abyss! Covert Black Ops Arms!
He bought us some time.
Go, 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 you guys! Get some out of them while they're distracted!
Everyone! Ayama! I don't know who you want to be equal with because I don't know what you're measuring yourself against. But this was your doing. Thank you.
Well, I guess this means my twinkling won't have to stop after all.
Only 7 spots left. Make that 5. The pressure's on now. In the final minutes, UA came together and pulled off some absolutely insane combos out there. And that's it. Every spot is now filled. 100 students will advance. The end is finally here. Woohoo!
We spotted your belly button laser, and that's how we were able to meet up with everybody. Thanks.
And with that, the first part of the exam ended. Somehow, everyone in Class 1A passed. But we weren't done yet. The second exam would begin soon. What would it entail?
Let's begin!
In the break after the first test, while we tried to prepare for whatever was in store for us next, the loud guy from Shiketsu started glaring at me. Hey, you. Did I offend you somehow?
Oh no. I'm sorry, did I hurt your feelings? Boo-hoo, Endeavor's son.
Huh?
I can't help but hate you and your dad. You've changed a little bit since the first time our paths crossed. But that doesn't matter. You still have your father's eyes.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
My father's eyes? Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
Fiercely! I'll freeze you! How about some flame?
One hot flame!
Drown in flames.
I'm burning!
Don't move a muscle.
Freeze!
Catch new heights!
That's dangerous.
I'll freeze you. How about some flame?
Burning! Take this! This is one hot flame!
Fiercely!
Hot! Boil! This is one hot flame! Take this!
Drown in flames.
Hot!
KO!
Man, I lost!
Win!
I can't stop. I won't stop. Amazing.
New story!
Yoarashi, calm down. Todoroki, I'm sorry for his rudeness. Let's try to work together in the second trial.
Now we will begin the next and final exam. For this portion, you'll be rescuing injured persons in a hazard zone. We'll be scoring you on a point system. If you have more points than the benchmark at the time the exercise comes to an end, then you pass the exam. Now, how about a story? Unknown villains have performed a large-scale terrorist attack spanning all of insert city name here. Your task is to save as many people as you can and help the injured. Now, begin!
With that, the final test for the provisional licensing exam was underway. I had to do my best and pass, no matter what it took. Let's begin!
If I was going to get my provisional hero license, I had to overcome a villain attack and rescue victims. I decided to leave the injured to other people and deal with the bad guys. But then I ran into him.
Tell me, you sad excuses for heroes. Will you help my victims or fight?
He dodged my ice easily. But how about my fire?
I'm gonna blow you away! Why'd you use your flames? The heat makes the air rise up! You blocked me so you'd get all the glory, didn't you? Hatred's in your blood! You really are Endeavor's son! You're exactly like him!
What? I didn't do that on purpose. What the hell has been up with you this whole time? My old man's got nothing to do with this
This is completely outrageous. I can't believe you're arguing at a time like this.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
To me, heroes should be full of passion. They bring hope and inspiration to people with the fire burning in their hearts. They care! But all I see in you and your father's eyes is cold-blooded rage. Nothing but hatred and cruelty! What?
You think we're the same? Don't be ridiculous. I'm nothing like him. I have no feelings about my old man anymore. No. There is still some hate inside me.
Can't take much more of this. Don't turn a blind eye. You will struggle. I'm boiling! All in! Don't pull me! Straggler. Someone just like me. No freedom for you.
Just getting started. How about this gust? It's passion!
I got a little too warm.
Win! All right! This is the highest honor! Excellent!
You reap what you sow.
Crap! This anger in my heart. I've become the exact thing that I've always hated!
Damn it. I can't believe it. Our quirks aren't compatible, and we have zero teamwork. There's no way we can beat a top hero when we're at odds like this. Hopefully he understands too, and feels the same way I do. Lift up my fire from below. That's it!
Then my whirlwind!
Create an inferno!
Him!
Let's begin!
This won't make up for their foolishness earlier. They realized their mistakes. This is an attempt to make up for them. How persistent.
A quirk that uses wind. Why didn't I remember such an obnoxious guy sooner? We have met before. I guess I wasn't paying attention back then. I only wanted to reject my father. To forget him. And my past, my bloodline, or forget them. But I can't just ignore them.
That's right. The events that comprise our histories don't just disappear. So, what now?
I have nothing.
Then it's over.
No! Get away from those two!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
With my new style! I have the timing! Kick, technique!
Coward!
I'm ready for my new weapon!
I'll do it in one shot!
Gotta make the most of my effort! I'll show you! Just getting started! Right! Stay down!
Spineless.
This time!
Cowardly.
Come on!
Made a good effort.
Win!
All right! Amazing! I'm starting to get
New story!
Yeah, so here's the thing. At this time, all of the injured citizens have been rescued from the disaster zone. It may seem anticlimactic, but with this, the provisional licensing exam has officially been completed! We're done here!
It's over?
This restraining gear really made it tough to move around. Glad that's done. I have to admit, That Tower of Flame was an inspired attack. And with Midoriya's surprise counter once I had been weakened, I might have had a hard time if the test went on, even lost.
Let's begin! Those who passed the second round were announced soon. The judges seemed to score us on the pivotal decisions made in the emergency situation. From UA, only Todoroki and Kacchan ended up failing the exam.
Todoroki! I'm sorry, it's my fault that you didn't pass the licensing exam and won't get your license! My focus was too narrow-minded, too selfish!
You're fine. I got us off to a bad start. Besides, I was able to realize something about myself thanks to your bluntness.
The provisional licensing exam was finally over, and I passed! And Deku, well, he looked like he was on top of the world.
So many people have helped me to get to this point, and some of them went through a lot of trouble to do so. It's like this is proof I've matured, that I've gotten stronger, and it makes me so happy. I need to show this to my mom and All Might as soon as possible. Let's begin! Night was falling by the time we got back from the Provisional Hero Licensing exam. That's when Kacchan cornered me and said he wanted to talk.
You've always made me sick, Deku. You were useless. No power at all. A joke. Then suddenly you managed to get into this school with a brand new quirk that appeared out of nowhere. I haven't forgotten what you said before. That your abilities were given to you. You got your quirk from All Might, didn't you? He gave you his power.
As soon as he mentioned my quirk, I knew what this was about. That's what I get for breaking my promise. Why did you call me out here?
You and I both wanted to be just like All Might when we were growing up. I was the one who had the potential. But somehow, a little nobody like you was singled out by the person I admired most. That's why we're here. You and I are settling this. Right here. Right now.
Huh? What? Why are you doing this?
I want to know what made All Might give his power to a loser like you. Let me see for myself. Fight me!
Kacchan, you can't be serious.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Is it because you looked up to him more than I did? And if that's the case, does it mean everything I've done to be like him is wrong?
No, of course that's not true! You were right to admire him the way you did! Just hold on!
Our whole lives you were stuck to me. I couldn't get rid of you. No matter how much I tried, you kept coming back!
No time for break!
Why did I end up having to chase after someone who was always so far behind me? Why did a damn small fry like you get strong and become the #1 hero's sidekick? His favorite!
Come on!
Gotta make the most of my effort. Always fierce in a fight. Here's a kick!
Shut up!
Eat fight!
I won't lose!
Kick technique!
Blast off!
I'm gonna beat you!
You better not forget this!
Win!
All right! I'm starting to get it!
Amazing!
You got so much better, and I'm the reason he lost his power! If I'd been stronger, if I hadn't been kidnapped by villains, then it never would have happened. So what the hell am I supposed to do now?
This guilt, he's been carrying it around. obsessing, hurting. He's blaming himself, even more than me. It doesn't really matter who wins or loses this fight. Even so, I have to go through with it. Because in this moment, I'm the only person in the world who understands how Kachan felt. If I'm gonna do this, I'm going all out.
You think you're better than me? But if you seriously believe you're gonna surpass me as a hero, even with your newfound power of yours, you better think again, you damn nerd!
You had so much going for you that I didn't have. All Might was my hero, but you were the person actually in my life. I thought you were incredible. That's the reason I kept chasing after you. You're the best. That's why I want to defeat you. I have to, in order to make All Might proud and surpass the expectations he set for me.
I won't lose to you! We're done here. I won this fight. You have All Might's power, but even using his strength, even after making it your own, somehow you still managed to lose to me. You're still pathetic.
Let's begin.
Stop this right now, both of you. I'm sorry, but I heard what you said. I didn't understand before. I should have. Young Midoriya was powerless, but still more heroic than anyone else. Young Bakugo, I knew you were strong. You were someone who could already fight. So I decided he should have the chance to stand in the ring.
But now you know I'm weak too. I always wanted to be like you, which meant being as strong as possible. But look what I did to you. Because I'm not good enough.
This is not your fault. I was going to lose my power. You're powerful, and I let that blind me. I apologize. I missed what was important. I forgot that you boys are just kids. Young Midoriya looks up to your strength, you know that. And I believe that's why you've always feared his heart and spirit, young Bakugo. Now that you've laid your feelings out on the table, maybe you'll understand each other. If you have mutual respect and focus on making one another stronger, you'll be unstoppable. You'll become the ultimate heroes. There's no limit to what you can do together.
Damn it. That's not what I wanted to hear. Deku, you had the strongest guy in the world lay the groundwork for you. Don't you dare lose again.
I'll work harder, so that I can beat you.
So talk, who knows about you two? You don't want this to get out, right, All Might? Well, your secret's safe with me. I won't tell anyone what's going on. I can keep my mouth shut.
And so, All Might told Kachan the whole story. The truth behind One for All. About how he used that power to become the symbol of peace. How he was gravely injured, which limited his strength. And finally, how he chose his successor.
This secret, please keep it. I'm terribly sorry for asking you to do this for me, but I'm afraid it must be done. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. But this doesn't change what I have to do. I'm gonna end up the #1 hero no matter what. But Deku, things aren't gonna be the same from now on. You got that? I won't stop until I'm the most powerful. I'll fly higher than you could ever dream, even if you are the chosen one.
Right, then I'll be even better, stronger than you can imagine. That's how the secret between me and All Might became one the three of us shared. After that, it felt like my relationship with Kachan changed. We were like normal rivals.
Let's begin!
A couple days after my fight with Kachan, the top students of UA, known as the Big Three, came to our class. There, they explained how the Hero Work Studies program functioned. Those of us who had our provisional licenses would soon be going on patrols.
I can't introduce myself. I'm trying to imagine them as potatoes, but I can see their bodies. I know that they're still people. My mind is totally blanking. I can't say anything. I want to go home. Please, skip me.
Come on, Amajiki, cheer up. You need to have the heart of a lion, not a kitten. You know, even though you're human. Get what I mean? This is our kitten, Tamaki Amajiki. And hi, my name is Neji Reihado. Hey, Ashido, if your horns break off, you think you'll grow new ones? Ooh, and can you wiggle them? Minetta, are those balls your hair or what? I don't get it. How do you get a haircut? You're such a little weirdo.
Okay, everybody, let's make some noise. The future's gonna be...
The future?
Awful! That's your part, guys! Oh crap, my call and response was a total fail!
Let's begin!
Oopsie! All three of us totally botched our introductions, which left the whole class kinda confused. So I figured I'd show off my quirk to them to liven things up a bit. Heads up! The rad new plan is all you first years fight me at once! Let's get changed and head to the gym pronto!
Mirio, be careful. Think about how bad it'll look if some of them can't recover from fighting you.
Hey, listen up, it's story time. Long ago, a student got frustrated in class and quit being a hero. That was terrible for everyone. Did you know that? So Togata, I know our job is tough, but you better make sure you know what you're doing.
We fought plenty of pros before.
Not to mention we took down some legitimate villains. Don't underestimate us and take us for a bunch of wimps.
View this as a learning experience. It's a good opportunity. In my opinion, Mirio Togata is the person who's closest to taking the spot of #1 hero. That's including the pros.
I'm ready when you are. Now who's ready to start this party?
Me! I'll go first!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Who's gonna start this party? I see through you. Here's one of the plexus. Power! Ow! Here I come! Even power! How's this move? Going in! How about some... How about this? Nice one!
Won't give up!
Straight ahead! Ow! You're powerful! Not yet! Straight ahead!
Oh my god!
Straight!
Oh my god!
Ow!
Oh my
Straight
god!
in! I can keep already predicting! Not yet! Straight ahead!
Oh my god!
Straight!
I want to be a rescue hero!
Win! Why am I so strong? Because it's all in the predictions!
New story!
He teleports, or slips through matter? I can't figure it out. Either way, it looks like he can phase through things and warp around at incredible speeds.
I've got this super sweet quirk called permeation. Warping is just a way I can use that power. See, I activate my quirk in my entire body, then I can pass through anything I want. Even solid ground, no sweat.
Warping and dodging. Geez, that's incredible. But wait, I'm confused. How did you travel through the floor so fast?
Well, I start by sinking deep underground, falling through matter. Then I release my quirk. Apparently things with mass can't overlap. That's called physics. So I get propelled upward. Think of it this way. The ground spits me out and I fly up into the air. That's how my warp works. By adjusting the direction I'm facing or the pose I'm holding, I can change the angle I come out at. Sort of like aiming.
You're able to avoid any attacks, and you can move where you want in an instant? Wow, you were born with a really strong quirk.
Not true. My power's only strong because I made it that way. While my quirk's activated, my lungs can't take in oxygen. In the same way, my eardrums don't work, and light can't pass through my retinas. I can go through matter, but can't feel it. But thanks to training and experience, I learned to predict what would happen next in a fight. In our work studies, we're treated as a sidekick, or even a pro. It can be kind of terrifying. But everything you go through is an important experience that you can't get in the classroom. That's why I think they're worth it, even if you're scared. You with me, first years?
At first, his quirk was something that held him back. But still, he made the most of his power and got as much experience as he could. Now he's great at analyzing fights. Let's begin!
Way to go, Mirio! I thought you hurt some of them by accident, you know? But no one was injured, so I think you did a good job. A+. Did anyone surprise you? I want to know. Come on, spill!
Huh, let me see. The one who came at me first analyzed my moves and then predicted what I do after that. I bet Sir would love to meet him.
Togeda! Please! Fight me again! And if I win, I have a request. Refer me to the hero agency you're at. Then I can do your work study with you.
You again? Why are you so excited?
Your work study is at Sir Night Eye's agency. I tried to ask All Might if he could introduce me to him, but he refused. So if I prove myself, I wondered if you could instead. Gran Torino told me a little about Sir Night Eye. Can you please introduce us? His agency is perfect for me, if he'll take me on. My quirk is really similar to the way All Might's worked. So training with his former sidekick would be perfect. He can help me be a better hero.
For certain reasons, things between Night Eye and me are complicated. I just don't want to talk to him. That's why I can't introduce you. But perhaps you can ask young Togeda. He's working under Night Eye's supervision, so maybe he can help you out.
Now I get it. Sure thing. I'm all about sparring with some stakes. Quick, let's get into our costumes. We shouldn't be wasting time, right? Final round! Ready?
Clash! With my new style! Just getting started! Kick technique!
Ow! Heave and ho!
Gotta make the most of my effort! I'll show you! I have the timing! Stay down! Come on!
Heave ho!
Kick! Just getting started!
Ow!
No time! I have the timing! I'm gonna beat you down!
Lemillion? Win!
All right. I'm starting to get it.
Excellent!
New story! Midoriya, why don't you tell me what kind of hero you want to be?
I want to rescue people with a smile. I want to be strong so no one worries about me. I want to always win and save everybody. And eventually, one day I want to become the greatest hero.
Nice. Those are some pretty big goals. There's no reason for me to say no, though. So yeah, I'll introduce you. Sure.
You mean it? Thank you so much!
Yep. I always figured Sir Night-Eye would take a liking to you anyway.
Let's begin! And with that, I accompanied Togeda to Sir Night-Eye's agency so I could meet the man himself. Hopefully, he'd agree to take me on. Sir Night-Eye's famous for being strict, not just on others, but on himself as well. But apparently, he still had a good sense of humor. In order to be accepted by Sir Night-Eye, I needed to make him laugh, just once. This was my moment, so I had to get through to him somehow. Problem was, joking around and being funny wasn't my thing. The only thing I could do was an impersonation. Something I'd practiced countless times in front of my mirror at home.
I'm Izuku Midoriya!
You fool. What are you doing with your face? You attempted this blasphemous excuse of an impression on All Might's former sidekick? All Might's wrinkles aren't like this at all. In his early days, his crow's feet were 0.6 centimeters long. From the Silver Age on, they were 0.8. I don't care for this one bit. You can see yourself out.
I want to work under you so I can become a stronger person than I am now. Please just give me a chance. Let me prove myself.
Once I stamp this document, you'll officially be contracted with my agency for a work study. But I refuse to approve it yet. What benefit would you contribute to my agency? Show me what you would bring to the table using actions, not words. You have 3 minutes to try and take this seal from me. If you want to work as a hero under my guidance, then stamp that contract yourself. Then you can join my ranks.
Final round! Ready? Clash!
Don't concern yourself with what happens to the room. Just come and take it.
Come on!
This is it!
Stay down!
Just as I thought, Mirio should have inherited One for All.
No time to just get started!
Foresight!
From working kick to think!
This is it!
Gotta make the most of my effort! Always fear for the fight! I have the timing! Right! Stay down! Come
Through
on!
here!
Eat fight!
Nothing matter.
Win!
All right! I'm starting to get it! Amazing! Go on! Faster! Faster than even he can react! I can't just let him reject me now! Not after everything All Might and I have been through! He wanted me to have his power! He chose me!
I can see what you're going to do and when you're going to do it. The more I watch you, the less reason I have to think you have any potential. What an unsightly display. Have you given up already?
I didn't lose my focus or my drive. I just realized I was about to step on the poster for All Might's 10th anniversary. The one that was never for sale. It's basically priceless.
Don't tell me. He was in constant motion, jumping around the room as Gran Torino would, and yet, even emotionally off balance from my provocations, he formulated a strategy to defeat me, and remained aware of his surroundings. You're hired. You'll work here alongside professionals. But that doesn't mean I recognize you. You're no symbol, I'm confident in that. Regardless of All Might's mandate, You're not worthy of his power.
On my first day of work study, I ran into a frightened girl on the street. I wonder, who is she? Let's begin! The next day, I started my work study at Night Eye's agency. Suddenly, I was one step closer to my dream. Our first job was to go on patrol. Meanwhile, Night Eye was busy. As we kept watch over the streets, he was investigating Chisaki, the underboss of a small Yakuza organization called Shie Hasaikai.
Sir and Bubble are the ones who are actually looking for the target today, so I can teach you all about the ins and outs of patrol duty. We'll get you up to snuff. When we put on our costumes and start hitting the streets, that's when we become heroes. So don't let your guard down, you got that?
Yes! Whoa! I'm sorry. You took a tumble. Are you okay? Can I, help you up?
You should be more careful. We don't want to cause trouble for the heroes. Let's go, Eri. I hope you two will forgive my daughter.
Please, please don't go.
Chisaki from Shie Hasaikai. No way! You've gotta be kidding. Excuse me. Your daughter seems scared.
No, Deku. You're making him more suspicious. Chisaki obviously doesn't want us to pry. If we spook him now, he'll be even less likely to show himself. We have to let it go.
You heroes really pick up on the subtlest things, don't you? Very well. This situation is embarrassing, so I'd prefer to discuss it where we won't be overheard.
What? Eri, wait, are you sure? But why?
Oh, good. Done with your temper tantrum? Sorry to involve you in our family drama. I'm sure we wasted your time. Good luck with your work.
Let's begin!
Sir, it was a total oops. I'm sorry. I mean, wow, what are the odds of randomly running into a target on the street like that? But still, we got lucky. At least I think we did. Our brief encounter yielded some new intel about Chisaki. He's got a daughter named Eri.
Her arms and legs were all wrapped up in bandages. I don't know anything else about her, but she was so frightened. She wanted to be rescued. There must be something we can do to help her.
Haste won't help the situation. Take your time pursuing a target. If you rush, they are that much more likely to escape. You're too naive to realize this, but you can't save everyone yourself.
My first day of work study was over, but I couldn't shake what I'd seen, and that I couldn't help that girl.
Thank you! I'll do my best!
Let's begin!
Oh yeah, Tamaki of UA's Big 3 introduced me to a pro named Fatgum. Soon after, I took to the streets doing my work study with them.
I'm the BMI hero, Fatgum. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Red Riot. I've been having some big old trouble with delinquents around here lately. They think they're large and in charge. So I'm glad to have a real brawler on our side. Speak of the devil. Go get him, boys!
Heroes? Just what we needed. I'll take them down, man. You get out of here. I've got these losers.
No, you don't!
Crap, bro! I can't stick around here. Gotta use my insurance policy.
He shot me. But with what? It didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. He won't get away. I'll use my What? My quirk. It isn't working.
Get back here, come on! You should have at least saved your buddy, shouldn't you? You shot someone then ran off to save your own skin! Not much of a man, are you? This is a dead end, which means you're mine!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'm gonna fight like a man! Be a man! Brace yourself! Take it! Cut him down! So tough! Straight ahead! I can't wait to get back into it! Watch me! Can't break this! I'll wreck you! Solid as a rock! Smack him down! Hit down one! KO!
Win!
Ha! This is the way a man lives! Amazing!
New story!
Stay back! I just wanted to get stronger. Please don't hurt me. Let me go, and I'll be good. I'm nothing but a pathetic weakling who wanted a taste of power.
I can't do that. You attacked Sun Eater, and I owe him. But I do get how you feel. Not that long ago,
No one cares about your sob story, wannabe! That was a feint! You're so gullible! See ya, stupid! No way you're catching me now!
Red Riot! Sorry I'm late to the party. My quirk is fat adsorption. Anything that touches my body sinks into it. Knives, bullets, you name it. Now stop wriggling and admit you're defeated. Fortunately, the commotion was contained quickly. But Sun Eater had been shot, and for some reason, he still wasn't able to use his quirk. I knew of drugs that could boost someone's power, but to think, there might be one with the power to take someone's quirk. That'd be a nightmare.
Hey, why are you fighting? Didn't you know that fighting is bad? Huh? Didn't you?
Let's begin.
I introduced Uraraka and Sue to the agency where I'm doing my work study. Yep. And soon after, we had to stop some villains we found clashing. Hey, why are you fighting? Is it because you have the same quirk? That's super weird.
What did you say? I'll slaughter you.
Uraraka! Sue! Come on, let's go!
Final round! Ready? Clash!
I'll go first! You can't dodge this!
All at once now! A nice snap!
Oh no! Output 30! This'll hurt a lot! Take this! Here's an opening! Up in the air! Here's an opening!
That ain't no good! Yeah, right! That ain't no good! That ain't no good!
It's empty!
Disadvantage!
I
KO!
wanted to be strong.
Win!
Hey, did I win? Yay, I won!
New story!
Full charge, output 30. Spiraling surge! Go girls, now's your chance! Take this, Meteor for Frogskies!
you too? Oh my gosh, that was awesome! You didn't look nervous at all! Oh, by the way, I heard from Ryukyu that we got a request to go hang at the agency that Tokuta is working at. I wonder what that's all about. Somebody must have noticed our teamwork, because Sir Night-Eye requested we meet with him and some other heroes. He wanted us to investigate some villains. Later, we'd learn who. A Yakuza group called Shie Hasaikai.